Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another GTA 5 online movie car customizations, if you will. Today we have Raoul Caroule. Now, I believe he was French. I'm not 100% sure, but he was noticeably from Cars 2 when they did I don't know if it was a World Cup race or what was it, but it was one of a World Tour. I had to rewatch the movie, it was really good. But this was the guy that really gave McQueen a run for his money when he was on the off-road track, because I believe he was in fact a rally car. Now getting into the car, we have the Vapid Flash GT. So let's go modify this thing. Let's show you kind of,
So,
what's what.
what's
And
up?
I'll be honest,
What
this
can
is
I do?
probably one of the most accurate cars that we have to kind of do with this kind of, going from the movies to the game. I really do think it's one of the more accurate ones, and we'll go over some kind of preference ones here. But armor, that's whatever you want to do. Brakes, whatever you want to do. Engine, whatever. Exhaust, we're rocking the stock exhaust here. Yeah, it just fits best with the aesthetic. The front bumpers, we're rocking the stock front bumpers here. He didn't have a splitter at all. Hood, now you could rock the race hood if you like. I'm personally rocking the stock hood. There is no hood that kind of fits what he had, because he had the intake on like the race hood in the movie, but the intake was a bit lower, almost to where like the logo of the car is it's slightly above that. Unfortunately, it's not really anything like that we have access to. So I just personally I think the stock hood looks fine and it saves me some money. I don't know if any of you guys are tight on budget. I'm personally not. I spend a lot of money in the cars, so it is what it is. Lights, that's gonna be preference. Livery, however, is not. You're gonna rock zero RC4. No other liveries come close to matching the aesthetic that Raul had in Cars 2. This is really just top. Outside of missing some letters on, the spot here, maybe like moving the colors around. This is really the ideal stuff you want to run here. With the respray, you're gonna go with primary color, classic, and you're gonna go down to blue. I don't know why it's not, selected, but I believe it is ultra blue, and yep, you're gonna rock ultra blue here, which is gonna be the ideal blue you want to run, which honestly is the perfect blue for this car here. And then for the secondary color, you're gonna run a rock. Now, here's where it's a bit of preference. I personally like blue. It covers the side mirrors and the intake on the top, on the hood of the roof of the car. You can see that. If I change it around, you can see that. But it also covers the spoiler. And if you do remember from the movie, Raul had a red spoiler. The thing is, if we go down to red now, which I believe is what Blaze Red would work, or Formula Red. Yes, it gives arguably the perfect red spoiler that we're looking for, but it also changes the side mirrors to red and the roof intake to red as well. So it's a bit of preference there. Obviously, we can't have the side mirrors and the roof intake to blue, and then obviously the back one to red. That would GTA would just not allow us to make the perfect car. They just wouldn't. So it kind of comes down to preference. I like the blue, but there's absolutely no problem in rocking the red. It's kind of a quick difference right there, just to show the kind of comparison. Um, Trim color doesn't really matter. I put it as blue, or ultra blue, I should say. Going to the roof, we want the secondary paint scoop. Now, what would be nice as well is if there was a primary paint scoop. Unfortunately, there's not, only secondary paint scoops, and then a USA livery paint scoop. So, rocking the first one right here, because you look at that kind of like kind of height on that, and then you look at this one here. It's really kind of lower there, so, or at least it seems that way, to me at least. But getting into sun strips, he did have a sun strip. Unfortunately, we can't just have a blank one like how he had. But I did go Vapid Racing, just seemed, ideal. Because it kind of looks weird without it, and with one, it's kind of like the eyebrows he had. Um, Getting into the skirts with the primary paint subtle skirt. Kind of going through the options here, you can kind of see why. Um, He was really rocking much, and he had the blue kind of underneath the colors on the sides. That's why I kind of did it to begin with. Spoiler, secondary paint, street wing. Some of the other options are, well, these are just ridiculous, but I do think this one fits arguably the best, and the aesthetic just really matches kind of his car. But yeah, really nothing else kind of compares here. So suspension up to you, transmission up to you, turbo up to you, wheel type. I'm not entirely sure what wheel type we use. I will check sport first. We did use sport dash VIP, and if you look towards, if you look at a picture of Raul's wheels, they really match up, and I'll be honest with you, I could probably change the colors on here just looking at it now. Well, actually, I was going to say I could probably change it to white, but this is actually frost white. Not that great, I'll be honest with you. I was hoping to be a bit more white. Um, anything more we can do? There is not. So this is actually the whitest we can go with this. So I did actually just give it an attempt there. Luckily, I already thought of that in the future. But windows, I usually go limit on these cars. I mean, they're cars you don't normally see inside them. So that is kind of the situation with these cars. But that is going to be Raoul Caroule from Cars 2, the French rally racer, I believe. Feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. I believe he was French. These are the colors of the French flag. I very well could be wrong though. But yeah, I mean, like I said, this is honestly one of the most kind of accurate ones we have access to, and I think he was a dog of the movie too. I mean, that boy was giving McQueen some run for his money on that dirt track or that off-road track. But catch you guys in the next one. Thank you for tuning in. Adios.